Mm, I'm live. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Only because I got something to say. I'm live. I want to make this quick. I don't want to sound like a broken record or drag things on because I tend to do that. But people seem like they're not getting it, so I'm going to just speak my piece because it's necessary. So I'm not even going to wait a long time. Oh, yes, I'm bringing you in on my live. I'm going to bring you in on my live right now. We're going to talk about this. Can you talk about this? Can you talk right now? Let me know. I'm going to bring you in. Nah, you're not ready. You're not ready. I am going to make this short and sweet. I'm going to try to make it as short and sweet as possible. I tend to drag things on again, like I said. Um, but I'm just going to get into it. Okay. Mhm. How do I get you on here? Okay. Right. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Hey, what's
Mm,
up? What's up? What's up?
what's
What's
good?
going
Peace,
on?
peace. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Thanks for the invite.
Yes, 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 yes. Absolutely, absolutely. So,
Yeah,
how's things with you?
everything is good. The best we can be in the time of war.
War. Talk about it. War. Yo, this
Yeah,
war is crazy, man,
spiritual warfare.
and full of
You
facts.
know, I'm just glad I realize it's happening. I would hate to be somebody who doesn't realize what's going on and be all jabbed up right now, or you know, it could be a lot worse. So I'm glad at least I know I'm aware of the situation, the times at hand, because a lot of us ain't.
Yeah,
Feel me?
yeah. A lot of us are not.
Yeah.
We're not. A lot of us are not aware. Um, a lot of us aren't aware, whether it be by choice, whether it be, I mean, basically choice, because with choice comes like, am I going to continue to stay ignorant on the facts, on the situation, or am I going to um, take the initiative and go figure some things out and learn the facts and learn about what's happening and learn about my power in this whole situation? What am I going to do? Am I going to sit there and bend over and take what they given?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. It's a lot easier to just go along with it and just hope that it ends. That's how they got so far in this because everybody said, "Oh, all I got to do is wear a mask." Okay, all I got to do is take a test. All I got to do is take one jab.
Mhm.
Oh, I
Mhm.
got to take another one. Well, now I got to put the mask on again. Now I got to test again. And
Yeah.
meanwhile, if you still alive at this point, October 2021, a lot of people ain't alive no more that went along with this. So, it's just like, they go with it hoping that it ends. And you see what's this, 19 months out?
Is it
And
19
now they on
months?
the third, it's like 19 months this thing
Right.
started ago.
Right. Right.
And now they on the third jab. And what's the end game?
Right.
I don't even hear about Biden talking about once we get to such and such amount of number, all right, we're gonna take off all the restrictions and everybody go back. It's like, what's in these companies and these people at these jobs, like you testing every week. Like, when can I stop testing?
Right.
Like, when is the end game? Like, I don't know. It's not making sense no more. It never really did make sense,
Yeah.
but if you pay, it really don't make sense. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a lot of people. Yo, you mentioned some good points, some critical things you said about testing. It's like the never ending testing. Just take the next jab. If you just take one more jab, because they're coming out with all these so-called variants, right? The variants are
Mhm.
coming from the people who have already received the injection, And because a person with a healthy immune system cannot create a variant. It's impossible. Scientifically,
Fact.
medically, however you want to word it, it's impossible. So an unjabbed person can never be a threat to someone who has already received an inoculation. That's just
That's a fact.
facts. And
That's a fact
once
right there.
people understand, overstand, and realize that the things will definitely change, but people rely heavily on the medical industry, the so-called science, which is used to control. Because when they say um, based on the scientific facts, that right there is like programming for you. Because some people,
That's real.
hey cuz, because some people, they depend heavily on the scientific facts, but they don't know nothing about science. You know,
Yeah.
um, so how do you go about a situation like that? But let me backtrack and go back to what I was saying about what you said, the never ending testing, and the never ending, the booster shots. The testing hasn't even been proven for long-term use, and people are subjecting themselves to testing and not even knowing the long-term
Yes.
consequences of being tested repeatedly. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's unfortunate. So
Yeah.
what I learned about this whole thing, about this so-called normal, is this is where they want everybody to be. They want everybody
Yes.
to be right in the middle of how things used to be, and
Mm.
how things are going, or how things are supposed to be going to be the new normal. But the new normal is where we are right now. It's in limbo.
Mm.
It's the middle of the double circle. That's where we are right now, in that little gray area, and it's going to stay there
Mm.
until people figure out things.
Yeah. And unfortunately, so many people have been jabbed up and they have a compromised immune system now that ain't going back to normal. It's done. You walking around with this stuff in your system that you don't know where it came from. So there is no normal for you. And they told you that was the way back to normal. So I don't honestly don't know what to tell us. I feel bad for them. I hope they can detox. They've been duped, but it's crazy, you know. And those of us who have not, we got to continue to stay strong because they want everybody, like you say, they want everybody to join the cult. This is like Jonestown. The whole entire American society has turned into Jonestown, and the Kool-Aid don't work unless we all drink it.
Oh, you talking about what's his name? Manson?
Got
Manson?
nah, you know, in Guyana, it was a guy named Jim
Yes.
Jones.
Oh, yes. I don't know why I'm thinking about Manson, but I knew who you was talking about. Jim Jones. He made them drink the Kool-Aid because they was going to the promised land or
Yes,
something like that, and they all died because it
yes,
was cyanide. It was cyanide and something else, and they drank it and they
yeah.
all died.
But this is much worse because they already what he I think he caught 600 people. What we at right now? According they say 2,000 people are dying every day from the quote unquote vid,
But
and they saying yeah, 2,000 every day. That's at the end of the year. What's that? 600,000.
go ahead.
So,
Yo, it's wild because it's a numbers game. You feel me? Like let's take the people out of the equation, right? Let's take the so-called natural human, the human, out of the equation, right? Life just doesn't exist anymore. And that was about the numbers, right? So the numbers equate to fear. So when you actually breaking down the numbers of this whole thing, we talk about 2,000 people are dying a day from this so-called COVID thing, whatever. And how many people die a day on a regular basis from other things that don't consist of this?
yeah,
You feel what I'm saying?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
okay, so now people not dying no more of heart attacks, of strokes,
Car
of car
accidents.
accidents, of cancers, of all these other underlying health issues, and now we just
But you
dying
know
of.
the good thing about the Pope, it give you all of that. It give you all the cancers, all the heart attack, all the strokes. So a lot of people passing from that been poked up. So they being marked as something else. Oh, this is not the vid.
Right,
This is a stroke. Meanwhile, you done took the poke 2 weeks ago.
right.
So you know they putting these numbers. This is crazy. This is bad.
No, but that's how. No, that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's going to work out according to SARS, not SARS,
Oh, spars.
spars because
2025 to 28.
yeah. So with the people, hey, cuz, so with the people who have have underlying comorbidities, they're the ones who they're pushing to take the injection. Reason
The
being,
booster.
you said what?
So, the booster, you mean?
Well, no, no, the
Or in
injection.
general? In
Yeah,
general.
we just sticking
The original
with the
one?
original one because this is
Be
where it all
careful the words
started.
you say because I don't want them to flag the video. Certain words you can't say.
So what? Okay, so we gonna say what?
The I word, don't say the I word. Don't say the actual C word
I say
because
what?
I don't want them to flag the video. I want to share this video also.
Okay,
They're gonna, yeah, I don't want them to flag it. It's good information.
all right. So okay, I'll just say what do I want to say? The boogeyman or something?
You can say the Pope. I say the Pope. They haven't recognized the
Oh,
Pope, but they recognize the I word. They recognize the S word. You know, certain words that the algorithms grab and they take off.
okay. So
You
I'll
know,
just use the Pope. So
yeah.
we talking about the original Pope, and according to what was it called again? Spars.
Sparse 25 and 28. Yeah.
Yes. So according to Spars 2528, it's the ones who it's the ones who have the comorbidities, who are going to take the poke, who's going to get poked, and that word makes me lose my train of thought because it's not natural. So they're going to take the
We
poke.
just want. Yeah.
Okay, I got it. So they're going to take the poke, and then they're going to say, oh, if nothing happens to them, they're going to say, oh, nothing happened to me, I'm fine. You know, I took it, I'm okay. Next thing you know, because they have the comorbidities, later on down the line, it won't look like it was from the comorbidities. It's going to look like it won't look like it's from the poke, but it's going to look like it's from the
Yes.
comorbidities. So it can't be
Yes.
linked. It can't be linked back
Yes.
to the poke.
That's what's happening.
And
That's what's
people not
happening.
understanding that. You,
That's I lost
yo,
my neighbor. My neighbor I grew up with. He was in the 70s. He passed. He had a bunch of comorbidities, and he got poked up. And now he passed away last week. And he was in decent health before he
ouch.
did that.
Yeah.
A lot of people in Rochdale. If you go to Rochdale and you look on to put people who passed away on the front of the door every week, it's a new person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all these old Negro peons. Oh, I got to do this thing. You know, I'm scared of the vid. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
unfortunately.
It is unfortunate, and I mean, and so many, there is so many things that can come from that, and it goes back to the spiritual thing, not even spiritual, but it goes back to the fear. And when you're controlled by fear, and you can only see up to a certain point, which is like I said before, when you can't see past the bills, and when you can't see past oh my God, I gotta support my family, and oh my God, if I don't bring home what do you call that, what do you call that, this fiat money that is worth nothing, you know but you have to bring in this money to support your family, which is understandable. However, you get blinded by that, and you let that run your life, and then you let that run your world, and that's how people
And
are
that's
living.
exactly what they're using. That's exactly they saying. We don't care what you saw. Yeah, I know your aunt took it and died.
Mm-hmm.
I know you know about your cousin down the way who's having these issues, bleeding. Don't want to get too graphic,
Yeah,
but you want your job, you better get over there. And a lot of people are folding, which
yeah,
is so sad
yeah,
because you can't tell me that all of these teachers in New York City didn't see some of the stuff we saw or heard some of the stories we had, and they still went and did that.
yeah,
That lets you know the fear, how it is back to spirituality
yeah,
because, if you're really a believer, like every of you ask all these black people, I'm a Christian. Well, it talks about faith. Faith is being able to know something will be there for you without seeing it. So if you really spiritual, as these people say, they go to church every week,
mm-hmm.
they should have known I'm going to maintain my body autonomy and still have my job. And if they would have stood and told these demons that, they would have been shocked as hell. And they would have said, you know what? We'll go back to testing every week. And then if people were really strong, they would say, we ain't going to even test either. But you dealing with a bunch of materialistic uh people who don't lack spiritual, it's so dormant. They can't tell these demons to back the beep off. And that's why, like I said in my other video, that's why America is in a dark place,
Yeah.
because the media has turned on us. The media used to love the American public, and the globalists who prop this society up, they backing away. They don't care no more.
Right.
So they letting the if you look at the currency, food prices are skyrocketing.
Hmm.
You got ships stuck at the port, so they don't care no more. They just kind of just, hey, let it collapse,
Right.
and we're not paying attention. We're still talking about LeBron James. Meanwhile, LeBron James claims he got poked up, so they don't even care about these celebrities no more. They used to love them.
Yeah. 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 I mean, American people have been, and I didn't even want to say it's copper color melanated people, because at the end of the day, we're not the ones making decisions. I mean, we have power. We have power and lots of power. However, political power, we're not making no decisions when it comes to things like that. So we're not the ones bringing bringing this country down.
Well, we are part of it too, because a lot of us are caving for this thing too. And as the copper colored people, African, whatever you want to call
Yeah.
us, we come with this planet. So we could set up, because that's why, if you're noticing right now, they're parading all these black men out there. Kyrie Irving, oh, he's gonna lose so much money by not taking the Pope. And then Mike Tyson said, oh, I took the Pope because I want to travel. They're bringing all these
Hmm.
black people
Hmm.
to show that y'all ain't bleep, y'all gonna do it, but we could stand, because even our numbers is still the lowest amount of numbers in this country of people who took this thing.
Okay.
So, but a lot of people, as time goes on and the social pressures, a lot of people caving in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's unfortunate. It is.
yeah, yeah,
I mean,
definitely
I can
is.
say, because we as a people, we want to be a part of everything. We
Yeah,
want to fit in. We want to be just like
yeah,
we want to be like the Joneses. We want to try to keep up with those kind of people over there. So we just still want to be a part of everything. You
that's
know,
the problem.
and so we
That's the
we we
problem.
we still want to be a part of this world. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Like, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the way this world is. However, the way it's ran, if it was ran for the people, for the people, and not just by people, and them having their own, what do you call it, ulterior motives, then this world will be
Oh my
this
God.
world will be it'll be different. The country will be much different.
The world would be
The
much
world will
different.
be different, because we'll be living for the people, and not people having their own weird motives, trying to get what they want out of everybody,
These,
extracting things from people.
yeah, these elites, they're the only spiritual people on the planet. Because you see that, like I told you, De Blasio, one man, he stood in his square and demanded that all of y'all better do
Hmm.
this. And everybody,
And
ah!
he don't even have the power to do that. Stop.
But he got it because he stood in it, and he stood on his square and didn't budge. Meanwhile, people said, I ain't messing, I ain't taking that thing. You crazy. When that clock started ticking, he stood on his square. Everybody went down to them buses and they rolled up their sleeves. So that shows one man, spiritual, even though his wicked spiritual
Faith.
power, he manifested that.
Yeah, his faith. Yeah, that's powerful right there.
Yeah, he
That's
manifested.
powerful.
I want only people in my schools that have been poked up. He visualized that and he created that. Broke everybody, you know, and that's crazy. I guess y'all over there where you're at, not to say where you're at, but it's more people more spiritual over there because they've been trying to break that thing over there too.
Yeah, they've been
But
trying. It's made up of a lot of us. It is.
yeah,
It's down below,
yeah,
underground. It's made up of
yeah. So
above ground is
it's
different. They don't look like us.
yeah,
Below ground,
yeah,
there's all the rats and roaches that live down, that be working down there.
yeah.
So
So
it's different. Like, the
it's a little
response will be
bit.
different.
That's good. I'm glad it worked out like that. Yeah, these demons, they want to get everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, they want to try.
But
They want to do. They want to do what they can, but I just wish. I want people. Not only want to say a wish. I want people to understand that the power that they possess. Even
yeah,
if you don't believe that you possess power, you as an individual, as a person, it goes deep. You possess so much power,
yeah.
and you have
Look
no
up,
idea.
look up, look up Kyrie Irving. He's a basketball. I don't know if you follow basketball.
I heard. I think this is the one who questioned it, right? Because it was two players that
He,
questioned it.
it was a few. One of them broke. He said I took it, but I didn't want to. Like, what the hell you mean?
Right.
And then, but Kyrie, he ain't budging. And De Blasio talking about you need to just go get poked up. Who the hell are you?
Right.
Like, come
Right.
on.
Right.
And there's another brother, a brother from Florida. Oh, he tore him up. He talking about he had it already, and how the thing puts him at risk for a heart attack. And he's they know. And I don't even believe. I don't believe LeBron really took it. I think he just don't want to be bothered. He don't want to be put on the side with those rebels. And I think majority they just lying. They don't want to be looked at as, oh, I'm an anti. You know
Right.
that's what
Which
I
is
think. They
completely.
just they
That's
cowards.
like that's berserk. Like I hate that word. Who created that word
Yeah, yeah,
anyway? Like you know.
yeah. It's a word to demonize people. And instead of saying pro-choice, I'm pro-choice. I don't care if somebody want to drink a bottle of bleach. Honestly,
That's their choice.
you go over there and you go do that.
Right. That's
Like,
your free
I'm
will.
not gonna
You have
do it.
that.
Yeah, you got free will, and that's the part they don't want us to have free will, and that's when you become a demon at that point. When you want to tell me what I gotta do,
Right.
and that's what they leave out of the argument that we're just so against this thing, you know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I think that the players, because they always have an agenda as to why they put people on TV, why they put the clips of what they said on TV. Okay,
Yeah,
wow. So this person is so-called rebelling, right? So they want to make it seem like it's okay to rebel, and then next thing you know, they're gonna make an example out of these people publicly, and they're gonna let you witness it, and then
well, they
they
did
want
that
to strike more
recently.
fear into you. What?
They did that recently with the young player. His name was Wiggins.
What happened?
He first was saying, I'm not messing with it, and I'm not telling you why not doing it.
He said he
But
tried it
then,
out.
like a few days, yeah, and because they was trying to grill him in the meetings and all of this on TV, and then like 2 days later, oh, I took it because I wasn't gonna be able to play in the NBA
Oh,
no more,
oh no. Oh,
and they celebrate. They literally celebrate when they break people. Like the dude from the White House, Zients, he called De Blasio and was like mad happy that he was able to break all of those people in the DOE. He called him up like, "Yo, what you did?" Like,
wow.
yeah, like yo, I just listening to this. Sometimes it's I can't even be like we seeing this right now. It's just like an open evil air market.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I'm glad I'm paying attention. It ain't getting me.
Yeah. Yo, listen. When you want to know and you living in your
Yeah,
divinity, can't nothing stop you. Then
yeah,
nothing can stop you because you hip to
yeah,
everything. Like you can't like
yeah,
it's like going back to sleep, right? So I remember when like I was you remember Nature Boy, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so I used to watch his videos. I used to watch his videos, and there was some video on there that I watched, and it like kind of like peeled off a layer to my onion, right? And so it kind of like woke me up a little bit more, and it had my mind spinning, and I'm just like, yo, what the heck is going on? I'm just like, and I wasn't here for a minute, right? Like not like literally, but like it's just like I'm seeing things different now. I'm seeing things, my eyes are open to something different. Life looks a little bit different now. My mind changed a little bit differently. And it's just like, man, I'm seeing people different. I'm looking at things different. I just want to go back to how it was before. I'm
So
like,
you
I
want
don't
to
I
eat the
don't want to
steak?
see this anymore. I don't want to know this information. It hurts. It's crazy. It makes me feel crazy.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mm.
one of those situations where like once you wake up and right now it's like you can't go back to sleep.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
don't feel
Especially in
right.
these days. In
Yeah.
these days, going to sleep in these days means death.
Oh man, listen. Yeah, you want to go back to being of this world? You go right
Yeah,
ahead. You go ahead.
and you gonna get poked up, and then you get a heart attack.
Yo,
Not to laugh at
facts.
those people, all of my people watching this, brothers and sisters, friends, family who took it. You're gonna find a way for you. You know, you're gonna find a way. We're gonna find a way for you
Nah, man.
to keep
Listen.
moving.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, people make their choice.
Yeah,
You've decided what you want to do, and you've come to the conclusion to where you felt like in your spirit is the right thing to do. There's nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
That's all. That's your choice. That's your
They didn't
contract.
even they didn't even consciously do it. A lot of those people, Fauci jumped inside their brain, put on their clothes, and Fauci hand walked them onto that
Yeah,
bus.
he did. And what? And listen,
Or whatever other celebrity.
yeah. And why we not seeing Fauci right now? Because he's being indicted for lying to the people, right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
being indicted.
You see his boss resigning next month.
Who's this
His
boss?
boss, some guy named Collins.
Oh, he
He's the one that
NIH. He works in
he's
the
the
NIH.
yeah. That's Fauci's boss.
I was
He's
thinking about Phil Collins, not Phil Collins. Who the hell is Phil Collins? I don't even know who that is.
Phil Collins is that singer, I think,
I
right?
don't know.
Well, Collins, I think his name is Collins. He's Fauci's boss. He's resigning. He's the one that said you shouldn't hug your kids in the
Oh,
house
he's crazy.
unless both of y'all
I tell you
wearing
that.
masks.
Oh my God, yo. And yo, I
Ron
bet some people
Ron
listen to that
DeSantis
shit
called
too.
him Ron DeSantis called him Ron DeSantis called him crazy for that. He said this guy's
Yo,
nuts.
for real, these people are bad. These people are bad. They bad out here.
Yeah, these people nuts, and they probably know some. Hopefully, some indictments is coming. That'd be a blessing, you know.
Yeah.
But the damage gonna be there either way. Yeah,
Yeah, it is. It is. Society has definitely changed for the worse because people are gonna
yeah,
be different now. Like, you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah,
people are gonna be different. Their immune systems aren't gonna work the way they're supposed to,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you're gonna be sick, and you're gonna be sick. Like,
Hmm.
it's just when you research these things, you know and understand what's happening to your body now after you've been poked, then you know you're gonna be sick because your body can't fight things off because it's too busy creating what that thing
Yes,
was that was put into
yes,
you.
yeah,
So
and they're gonna be mad. Yeah, and it's people predicting that there's gonna be all kind of frustrated people doing craziness because they realize what happened to them. De Blasio ain't gonna be around.
yeah.
Collins ain't gonna be around. Who gonna be around? Other black people in your neighborhood. They ain't gonna be no Cuomo. They ain't gonna be around. Hochul. They ain't gonna be around.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we ready. We all of us who are here, we are ready for today. We ready for this craziness.
Yeah, so I mean, is there anything that somebody could do if they took it though? Because like people,
um,
there's so many different protocols floating around online, but like,
yeah, I see it.
I mean, like
But I've seen took people talk about the NAC,
I've
zeolites,
heard about the
vitamin
zeolites too.
C, but we don't know. This shit is so early.
Yeah,
What we think is one thing, it might be something else.
yeah,
We don't know this shit. I just sent you the picture of the patent.
yeah,
How people connected to the towers and all that.
yeah,
It's like I've been hearing that, but I don't know. This shit is so deep. This shit is so deep.
yeah. I didn't even. I that's my first time hearing seeing that patent situation. Like that's a real live patent of people being tracked and traced because of
Hmm.
whatever was in that thing.
The gra- the
Oh
graphene.
yeah, the graphene oxide. That's right. Yes,
That's
that's
a
on them nasal swabs too. So you're gonna be tracked and traced whether you got that thing or not. And whether if you got
yeah.
swabbed,
But yeah, they really need. That's why they needed to put it two times in you because it's boom, then boom, then they want the third. So they really making sure you connected to all that shit.
yeah. Who gonna live past
Yeah.
that? Three to four. They ain't gonna have nobody be able to. They ain't gonna have nobody hooked up to the Internet of Things. They keep giving people jab. I mean, people poking
Did
people
you see the lady? Did you see the lady that took the third one and she was like, "You damn unpoked people, y'all need to start wearing." You saw that one? Y'all need to
Bruh.
start wearing masks. You know what happened to her?
She passed
Y'all
away.
need if y'all don't want to. Yeah, she passed. Yeah, if y'all don't want to take the Pope and you don't want to wear a mask, you're holding this thing up.
Oh man.
And she was a professor
She said, "You holding this
at
thing up? Holding what up?
yeah. She
What?"
said we holding. That's the scam. That's the scam. You never run across people that say that people who ain't taking it. That's what the sheeple are saying, that those of us who don't want to do it, we're holding this up.
Oh yeah,
That's
I've heard that before. They say, yeah, if things would just get back to normal, if people just wore a mask, or if people just,
yeah,
did what they told, or just
yeah,
did this.
yeah,
Meanwhile, okay,
yeah.
14 months later, we still ain't, like,
Yeah, yeah, they don't get it.
yeah, they don't.
And what about the picture I just sent you, where he said if you would have took the third,
Oh
he
yeah,
would have been.
I know, crazy. If you would have took the third one, he would still be alive if you took the third one. What? He died from taking the second one. I mean, well, it's what? It's all speculation. That's the disclaimer. It's all speculation. Listen, here's the disclaimer. We are not bashing. We're not shaming,
Yeah,
blaming, pointing fingers, or laughing at the people
yeah.
who decided to make the choice of altering their physical autonomy.
You
And
can do whatever the hell you want to
whatever you
do.
want to do. It's totally
Yeah,
it's your world.
yeah, yeah. But that comment right there, that comment was really, yeah. People went nuts. People really went crazy. I sent you the other video where the guy is doing a mock petition. He's asking people
Or the
like, how
homeless.
should unpoke people be evicted? A whole bunch of people said yes. You ain't see it yet? Yo, a
I didn't
lot of
look
these.
at it. I didn't look at it. I'm gonna look at it though.
You got to see that. You got to see how people really are
That's
thinking about this.
crazy though.
Yeah, he did another one. Should people be jailed? A lot of
That is
people is signing
crazy.
off
Like how many
on
people?
this thing.
We talk about thousands of people. We talk about hundreds of
Now
thousands.
it only went on for about maybe 8 minutes, but in the 8 minutes, he probably only gets maybe two people to say that that's crazy.
Yeah.
But he's in California. The vast majority of people believe in arresting and having people evicted who don't want to do this.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, Cali is a funny state though. Cali is
Well, it's
funny.
probably the same for New York. I'm sure New York is probably the same way. If somebody did a petition, a fake thing, you go around. So, how do you feel that people who don't want to do this, should they be homeless? Should they be evicted? That would be a good thing to try out here. Maybe I might try his things out here, but I'm black, so it might be different coming from a black person. People might, I don't know.
I don't know. Well, if you look at it, I mean, even if that was real, I mean, I don't want to get on technical, but technically, if it was real, technically
Well,
in New York, you're not allowed to be homeless. You can't legally be a homeless in New York, but in Cali, you could be homeless.
you can't be homeless legally in New York.
You cannot. You cannot.
They, well, they got shelters. What you
That's
mean?
why they got shelters, because technically you can't be like on the street. You have to have you can't be on the street. You have to have a place to stay legally.
There's plenty homeless people out here in
That's because
Jamaica.
they choose not to go into a shelter. But like for
Oh yeah.
children, like it's like I learned about this for children.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Children are
yeah. They
not
gotta have a
allowed to be
place.
homeless. Children have to have a
Yeah,
place to
yeah,
stay. But in Cali,
yeah.
they got Skid Row, and you're allowed to live
Oh.
on Skid Row. The children are allowed to be homeless because they send the buses to Skid Row to pick up the children and bus them back and forth. That's what they do. It's legal. I
Oh, so
learned that
you think that's part of what drew people's conclusion?
possibly because Cali got a big ass every town have a Skid Row.
Oh
Every
wow,
town got a
damn.
Skid Row. Is that
Well,
serious?
what about him asking people about putting people in jail?
Nah, that's
You
that's
gotta
yo people are
Yo, people are signed. You gotta watch it. I said it to my. He said he couldn't believe this is real. People are literally signing off about putting people in jail who do not want to take this thing.
yeah.
Yeah, people lost their minds. Like
They're selfish. They're selfish. Like
they say we selfish.
this is people's true colors, right?
That yeah. It's coming out. They say, listen, They say we selfish. We're holding this up, and the Delta is on us. And we don't understand science. It's like, wow.
Yeah. What? It seemed like my time didn't change for so long. I've been looking at 11:30 now for like the longest. It's weird.
Maybe it's something spiritual with that number.
Maybe I'm bugging. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Oh,
yeah, man. It's that's what was in Spars too, because in Spars it said they was gonna put people against each other. It was gonna be
oh
coming down
yeah.
to from the poped against the non-poped. And
Yeah, it's working.
how are they accomplishing these things? By way of the media. The media is a demon. They
Yeah,
accomplishing all of these things and having people
because they
thinking.
said if we all just do this thing, it'll go away.
Yeah,
If we all, that ain't the plan, no. If you look at the countries that did it the most, they got the highest deaths,
Israel,
the highest cases.
Israel.
Israel, definitely. Oh, Israel got a website dedicated to all the injuries, and they got them in sections: heart, menstrual, paralysis. They got sections on this website, and you get story. You click on a section, you get a bunch of stories.
Wow.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Now, if you don't take the third poke in Israel,
Oh,
you lose your green
I heard
pass.
about that. Yeah, you consider unpoked, right?
Yeah, you
You
start
consider
all over
unpoked.
again.
Everybody's a virgin now. We're all virgins again. Born again virgins. That was crazy.
Now imagine how shitty that must feel when you done did the first two. You got this shit in you, you sick, and they tell you you don't do this again, you lose all your rights.
Yeah,
Oh my
I
God,
know.
this is brutal.
Yeah, and
This is brutal.
I remember talking to these women, and I think I told you I was talking to these women, and they were from Israel. And
Yeah, you told
she
me.
said, yeah. I said, how's things in Israel now? I said, is it really how they talking about it? She's like, yeah. And a lot of people got the poke, and a lot of people are also sick. They
Damn.
also
Yeah,
sick.
the only people that didn't mess with it were the Orthodox ones.
The Orthodox Jews.
Yeah, they smart. They were saying that the regular Jews ain't gonna be able to reproduce. They were saying that. They're the only people that didn't mess with that
The
stuff over there. The
Orthodox Jews
ones
are
that,
the ones with the curls.
yeah, that's them.
Yeah, but
And
those
they wear all black.
yeah, but they also the same ones who have a high population of birth defects because of the
They
bloodlines
they
or whatever.
yeah they sleep with their cousins and siblings and all that.
Yeah, that's some weird stuff. But to each his own, I
Yeah.
suppose. For real, crazy out here. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
gosh.
they believe the outside bloodlines are too dirty.
Hey, listen. If that's what they need to do to preserve
They're retardation.
that and their species and their people or whatever, then so
Yeah,
be it. They're not procreating
yeah,
outside of their people, so let them die off it within their own circle.
yeah. They're
So
gonna be the only ones that could have kids out of those Jews because the regular ones, oh, they broke them bad. Yeah, they the first ones that started with the you can't come in this place and this place, and way before it came to New York. Oh, they the first ones with that. Yeah,
yeah, but they do what they want in New York anyway.
yeah, yeah. I know people that's all up in Long Island now in restaurants and gyms and all that now because of this whole thing.
You said they what?
They go on to Long Island for the restaurants and gyms and all that now.
Oh, because it's not happening out there, right?
No, but yeah, they're not doing it
Yeah,
out there. Only in New York City.
they don't do those things. I remember during the so-called height of everything, I would go to Long Island. You could still sit down and eat at the mall. And
Oh wow.
yeah, you go to Queen Center, and they tell myself, you can't sit here. You got to take it upstairs. I'm like, what? What? I just got my food and I can't sit down and eat it. Like it's
Yeah,
crazy. And like every time I was in situations like that, it just had me like I would get tight because it's so
yeah,
frustrating.
yeah.
It's frustrating
You know,
to, huh?
oh, keep it. I'll cut you off.
No,
My
I
bad.
was gonna say it's frustrating to live in a society where people are blindly going along with these things, and
Yeah,
they just for the life of me, it's just like, can you not see what's happening here? You're just going along with
yeah,
this thing like it's okay.
yeah. What I was saying, your spot, Blaze Pizza, that you put me onto. I've been going there for about 4 or 5 months. I get the vegan cheese and all that.
Hmm.
So after this thing passed, if you're not poked, they want you to wear a mask. You're the only one that got to wear a mask. And You can't sit down. Let the chick that's the manager, she's on the LGBT side. So, she was mad cool before all this. But now I guess I'm public enemy number one because,
Mm.
I don't want to, yeah. She was mad now. You gotta wear a mask, and if you took it, you got a card. You don't gotta. I don't. I think their company is based out of California too, so they might have told them, they believe in all that. But I'm like, y'all really going with this thing? Like you just said, like people just walking along with this thing, and
Mm-hmm.
I see a bunch of teenagers in there. I'm like, damn, y'all all took this thing. A bunch of few blacks and Latinos and whites. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
yeah, y'all
Yeah.
gonna be a bunch of little Nas X's, a bunch of pregnant men.
Ah, I know, right? I know. That's crazy because, like I said, I made a video about it before, and in order to get into the schools, you can't be. You have to have the
Yeah, I saw
you
that
have to have
video
the
was
code.
deep.
And I'm just like, okay, so these parents are going to be cornered, because a lot of
Yeah,
them don't know, they're not educated. So it's just like,
yeah,
all right, so I guess I have no choice. My child's
yeah,
going to school, so I got to do this.
yeah. They using anything they could use against you.
Yeah,
So that's still going on, right?
I'm pretty sure it is. I'm not sure exactly. I haven't I
That's
haven't, I haven't
crazy.
received anything from that school, like any phone
And
call.
Pfizer is asking for approval for 5 to 11
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I heard it's gonna be bad, man. I heard.
And you know what they're gonna say? If you want to work here, you can't have any unpoked kids. You're gonna go right back into the jobs. That's probably what they're gonna
Hmm?
do. You don't think they'll do that?
Wait, say that again, because I didn't. It just went over.
Like, all of these companies that demand that their employees take it, they're
Okay.
gonna come right back to them and say, you gotta give this to your kid or you can't work here.
Nah, I don't. Nah, that's extreme.
You think they won't do that?
Nah.
You ever thought that you would live to see a day where somebody would have to take something against their will to keep a job? You don't think these people that desperate? We're
I
gonna
can't. I
see.
can't picture that. I.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see because they're not playing. They know a lot of people not just gonna willingly bring over a 7-year-old Jonathan to go get, or 7-year-old Sarah to go. A lot of people ain't gonna be with it, so they definitely gonna have some way to anchor you in it.
Well,
You can guarantee.
here's the thing, because I don't watch TV. It's only like when you go into a public place, they have the news on everywhere you go, and so you see these things. So I was listening to the television, and they bring kids on TV, like little kids, and have the kids talking
Mm,
about, oh, I can't wait for them to approve it because I just want to do my part in society and help, and so I can't wait. And then you
wow.
have the parent next to them, and they don't look like us, they be like Asians, on the things, because that's what they put on TV. And you have the parents sitting next to them, and the parents, so they'll say, oh yeah, he just wants to play his role in society and help the people, so we're waiting for approval so that way he can go and do his part, and
Mm,
children see these things, and they want to be like the ones on TV. They want to model that,
yeah,
and so they
yeah,
want to do the
yeah.
same thing too. Mom, I want that. Mom, can I get it? He got it. He was
Mm,
okay. Can I get it? You know?
yeah, they're gonna use that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all kind of way. And when that don't work, don't think they won't talk about your job again or ACS or like you were saying. They will say you kind of gave your permission already
Yeah.
by sending them there.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. I
Yeah.
know you have a teenage son.
Hmm.
Do parents have to consent? Do parents have to be there, or kids can consent? Teenagers can consent?
Um, I think they have it now where the children, they don't need the consent of the parent. Yeah, they don't need the consent of the parent. I'm not
Wow.
mistaken. But don't
How
quote me
old
on
they
that
gotta
because
be
I'm
though?
not sure. Well, it's approved up until 12 years old, so it's 12 and up.
Yeah, so you tell it.
All right, I think he might have lost service or something.
Button, wrong
Okay.
button. Yeah, so you telling me somebody 12 years old can go and do that without asking mom and dad, and they'll just give it to them? That's I gotta find somebody that could
Yeah,
verify that.
yeah, that's why I said don't quote me on that because I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But if you, like I explained in the video before, with the paperwork mothers and fathers fill out for the children to attend public
Hmm.
school, there's something in the paperwork that says
Treatment.
yeah, you have to give the school authorized consent to treat your child whether if you're not available, if you're not able to be there.
Mm,
So you have to sign off saying that the school can do whatever they want if it's necessary um to benefit my child
mm.
medically.
That's
If
crazy.
it's medically
And
necessary, they're giving that
they'll
consent.
mm,
So
they'll
technically
definitely
schools
use
can do what
that.
they want. They could do what they want to do if it's necessary,
Oh my
medically necessary.
God. Well, your son is thankfully old enough to be able to say no. You know, that's your situation, but you got people who have younger kids. You know, when they bring out that 5 to 11, you know, my nephew, he's only 7. He's not old enough to say no. He don't even know what the hell going on. So,
Yeah,
you know,
children that young, they're not
and that
competent enough to make
yeah,
decisions
they
for
don't know what's
themselves.
going on, and that's the people they'll probably
Yeah.
say, "Oh, everybody come over here," and you might not even know what the hell happened. They might not even tell you. You know, they might give them a little treat. Oh, you take this. We gotta have an extra juice for you. You know these because all the teachers have taken that, so it's like a colonization going on. So they, even
Right.
though a lot of them
Oh
took
yeah.
it fearfully and desperation, they might promote it. All the whole staff is in there that has that stuff in them.
Yeah.
So it's a dangerous environment, you know.
Yeah. It is. It is.
Yeah,
It is. It's unfortunate, but all I can say is, just stay informed
yeah,
and
that's all
live
we
in
can do, man.
divinity and know your power.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
mm,
That's it. So I mean, I don't know. I think we've
yeah,
been on this thing for a minute now.
yeah,
I think
yeah. I want to get this video though. I want to get this video uploaded on my page or YouTube if possible. I don't know how to do that. Do you know how to do that? They can figure it
what
out.
I can probably do is download it
Yeah,
and
and then
then
send it to me.
send it to you.
Gmail.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do
Yeah,
that. I
it's
can
a
do that.
definitely informative build. Yeah, good information.
Yeah.
Peace. I want to thank you for having me
Yes,
on.
man. Yo, it was always a pleasure. We got to do this again for sure. For sure.
Anytime.
All right. I'm out.
Yeah.
All right. All right, y'all. So that was a lot, a lot, a lot. That was a lot. But we did a lot of building just now. And I'm always down to build with whoever wants to build, whoever wants to educate me and vice versa, to help the people, to help who we can help, to open up the minds of the people, just to educate and uplift. And we living in our divinity. We have to. So I'm living in my divinity. I'm doing my best to stay living in my divinity. And we need more people to live in their divinity, and not live in fear. Get out of that fear mindset. Because I can tell you one thing, it's not going to benefit you at all. The fear mindset ain't gonna lead you nowhere but to the slaughterhouse, because you're so fearful. You are afraid of what's gonna happen next. And once you break the chains of fear, you see life through a completely different lens. And things will be better for you. I promise you. Things will be much better for you. You just have to be able to see it and believe it. Remove the fear, remove the doubt, remove the negative thoughts and words that you tell yourself on a daily basis. Remove the I can'ts, remove the I don't have this and I don't have that, and remove these things from your world, from your existence. Create a new reality, because once you create a new reality in your reality, then together our collective reality will change for the better. And I think we all should know that and be aware of that. um, Practice mindfulness, understand, overstand that we all have the power to change this thing. We all have the power to take this thing into a different route into a different direction. We can do it. So just keep that in mind. Um, that's all I'm gonna say. If anything else needs to be said, I'll be on here another day to share my piece. Until then, I'm gonna leave y'all with that one. All right, I'm out.